We are back within the Lucre Hulk, where our lovely, lovely party members, minus Morwenna, are attempting to hack into some super magnet guards. But before they do that, let us roll some destiny. Two lights.
Ooh!
One dark.
Ah! At least it was just one.
One dark.
Okay, so we're in balance.
Oh, I'll roll for power.
Three dark, and then Mando. One light.
Yay.
We're in balance.
We are in a balance. So, you have reached the little pod bay where these droids are inert. You have attempted to hack into them multiple times, with these rolls now getting very hard to do as you have failed over and over again. What do the three of you like to do? No, it was multiple times.
So we instantly just use all the light side tokens to succeed this. Holy crap. We kind of need them.
Yeah, don't think about the future. Think of how awesome we'll look with like 4.
Roll up to battle with those behind me. Holy crap!
All right, what's the plans, gang?
I think someone in here is better at computers than I, though.
Maybe.
Might be the walking computer.
I think you are. I only have 3. I only have 3 green thingies. Is anyone better?
I'm not.
Let me look.
Mando, please, you're a literal robot.
Mando, please, your walking computer.
Or more Rowena.
I mean, you also have the code breaker, so.
Oh yeah, I do.
I got a yellow and a green. Got one
hey.
computers.
I'm not there, so I
Yellow
can't
and
help
green.
if anything. And I suck at computers, but is there some way that like Gonk could be helping?
Yeah, we got Beamer.
Like
I think Gonk is helping.
I think.
Okay.
We're all 3 working on it anyway.
Everyone's doing the same thing now.
Yeah, I think the thing is, though, I think we haven't yet... no, I think Gonk is back at the ship. I think Gonk is doing
that's
ship.
what I'm saying. He's
Yeah. I don't think
but
Gonk would be able
Aldous
to
and I
connect.
also have Mando, so.
Can we go and rip into the other one to see to figure out based off of its corpse how to make these work?
So...
I'd likely be mechanics instead of computers.
Yeah, that would be
doing
that would be mechanics. It's also, if I can describe your Mando wouldn't be. I mean, Mando could individually connect into each of these droids, one by
I thought
one.
that's what we were doing anyway.
I mean, if that's the way you're doing it, you're gonna have to give me multiple rolls over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's the move.
And if
Would that make it easy?
If he is connecting individually into the droids, the two of you would not be able to help.
Right, okay.
Is that easier?
Would the roll be easier?
No, because you guys have failed a couple of times.
Son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say the last failure was? What'd you say the like quote unquote problem was? Look back.
Not that we weren't able to do it. Unless you're unable to do it, more so whatever uploaded, prevent, or mark these magnet guards a bit too tough.
And at least for this single Magna Guard, if it's been assumed that you've been individually going in droid by droid each time, if the roll fails for this, because I believe I said there's 4 Magna Guards left. If this upcoming roll for this, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, if this upcoming roll fails for the first on the left, that Magna Droid is out of commission. No more rolls are able to be done on it.
I guess the decision now is, how important is this? Do we use light side tokens?
And each Magna Guard will have a success and failure threshold. I will let you roll for each individual Magna Guard up to at least 4 times. I'm going to be generous. If all 4 times fail, that is a Magna Guard that you no longer are allowed to roll for.
Each Magna Guard gets 4 chances.
Yeah.
Or we can
Sounds
say
reasonable.
I say we take the luck on like the first 2, and then use points on the next 2 if it comes to that.
Okay. Yeah.
If we
Sounds good to me.
If we've conked out
1
2
roll on the first one, and then we get 4 rolls on the next one. We're going individually.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
that's
So I'm talking about the
how-
guards
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
So like,
Right, yeah.
If we
I know.
put the first 2 out of commission, we'll use points on the next 2, just so we can have a little bit of backup. Okay, so does that
Okay.
mean Mando is rolling?
He has the best computers.
Guess I'll roll.
Yellow and
All right, whenever that's ready.
Pie.
Sorry, I've been muted. Can you please repeat your plan? I had to go do something real quick.
We're gonna do.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna do them individually.
take
Yeah.
the luck on the first 2 droids. You said we get 1 roll on the first droid, and then the next ones we can. You're giving us 4 on each.
You like 4?
If at any point a despair is rolled, that droid is shut down immediately.
That one. That's fair.
All right.
But then if we need it, we'll use destiny points later.
Okay, I have the difficulty set up for this first one.
Okie dokie, here we go.
Ooh. That one's out of commission.
That one is out of commission as you begin going into it and trying to activate it. It's the little pod that it's in slams its doors shut. And
Like short circuits.
it is no longer able, you are no longer able to connect into it. And with that threat, you see the one next to it also closes.
Two left.
Dang.
Both droids in the left pods are inaccessible. And having connected into one of them individually, Mando, you have felt like you must have accidentally triggered like a safeguard or something, which automatically rewrote and basically killed these 2 Magna Guards.
Their systems are fried. Like self-destruct mode.
One less weapon for the Empire, I assume.
As unfortunate as it is that we won't be able to use it, yeah, it's 1 less that anyone else could access. 2 less, actually. Well, we're down to 2. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, he rolled all that threat, and with the threat, it shut the one next to it down too.
Oof.
They're both fried. We can't access them. So there's 2 left.
Oh. Yeah, use some destiny points, I guess.
Yeah.
My computer's still booting, so it's going to take me a second to get back in the game.
Well, we could
My
flip
fault
one
for alt-tabbing, I guess.
everyone's-
So what's the plan now?
Use some destiny points on the next 2. At least one of them.
Is that what you're doing, Mando?
I guess we shall.
Alright, flip how many destiny points you wish for the next one on the right. One destiny point used.
Just one. I mean, that's not how the roll goes. We may need another one for the next one.
I'll hit it again. It's no problem.
You don't need to right now. I don't think.
I know. Just
And with the destiny point, the difficulty is set. There you go.
There's one.
We got one! Yay!
You are able to connect into this one Super Magna Guard. You are able to rewire its programming, and Awaken does the Magna Guard shoot up as it grabs its weapons in its pod and walks out, stepping in front of you. Rather than glowing red lights, it has glowing blue lights or whatever.
Nice.
Nice. So
The pride of
now
the
we can
Alliance.
work on the other one. I'll order it to come stand behind me as we work on the other one.
It does not take in your command.
See, that's what Mando's programming is for.
It answers only to
Did I-
Mando.
oh, let's go. All right.
Hey, that's all good.
I'll order it to stand behind me while I work.
It walks behind you.
That works. As long as we have them, I don't really. It's all good. Just means the programming is rewrote just slightly differently.
Let's see, should I use another destiny for
Let me
that
figure this out.
computer's row?
Figure what out?
I'm
Oh,
trying
I was
figure
gonna do-
something out with my computer. Yeah, I would use a destiny point.
Oh.
All right, here goes nothing.
Okay, destiny point added, difficulty set.
That's one roll down.
That is a fail. The roll gets harder. You can feel the failsafe trying to activate. You are able to hold it at bay as you keep going. What now, Mando?
It's fighting like hell to keep this one.
Well, we need it, that's for sure. But if the difficulty just keeps getting harder, you may as well just, I don't know, may as well just
Might
roll.
cut our losses.
Just roll
But
a normal roll. Just see
For the
what
sake of the
happens.
roll, I will roll.
Okay, well, the difficulty is set. It gotten harder.
There, yep, that one's down. Okay, we got one.
Yep.
Because
Oh.
the advantages don't do what the That's a triumph. Anyway. Cool.
You have one Super Magna.
I assume the same thing happened as the other ones. It just short-circuited.
Yep. Doors close, cutting you off.
It wasn't a complete loss.
Yes, at least you have someone to order around. And they can be a big help for us.
Just like the good old days.
I guess... as we're making our way back, I can radio Morwenna to come pick us up.
Sure, you go on the comms. What do you say? Morwenna, you get a ping on your comms.
Morwenna, we've managed to reset one of the droids over to work with us. We're ready to be picked up.
Hey, I'll try to be there as soon as possible.
And Morwenna, you do indeed have aboard your little rebellion group as you load into your ship to beat the stormtroopers to their post. There is indeed a like mechanical expert that is able to. I'll let you roll for him. Let's see. Make it a difficulty of 3. Let's see if he can give your ship a boost in speed. You know, he'll get Gonk's help. Unfortunately, he goes to, if you ask this, he goes to help you. He goes to help, but he goes, you're able to tell as he's setting up, you're able to tell that his work is going to be too slow before the Empire fully set up. You gotta get moving.
Alright, she'll nod to that and, get ready to take off.
Okay. Are you going straight to the Lucre Hulk before hitting the Empire?
Yeah, I imagine. I imagine, like, she's displeased that, like, this is cutting into the time of, like, trying to get this done, and she doesn't want to, like, fail her people and whatnot, but, like, she knows the way pretty fairly. She knows the ship pretty fairly. She'll try to fucking get there as quickly as possible,
Okay, roll me a piloting planetary. Or space, because it is a spacecraft.
It's a space vehicle, yeah.
You are able to get there in no time. Just as the group of you are getting back up onto the platform, you are landed. The ship is already there waiting for you.
Oh, and I would have been able to take away 2 of those black die because of my skilled jockey feature, but
does it matter?
Like it mattered.
Okay.
But yes, you guys see Morwenna's ship already there.
Endo, take in your new friend and be right behind you.
why do I imagine more when I just, like, lightly flick the, like, hyperdrive just enough to get that speed boost,
Pi, how many of the staff thingy, the electro staffs, would I have been able to take?
You would have been able to take the couple that you found already discarded on the ground, and then the 2 electro staffs from the droid that you fought. The other electro staffs were inaccessible due to their pods being shut down.
Okay. So 4. Got it.
Mm-hmm. And as the ramp of the ship, of the Inquisitor ship lowers, as you guys are walking up, you can see 5, 6 Machians, all with weapons in hand, thrown together armor, all just sitting in the ship, like standing, like getting themselves ready for a fight. Would you like to?
Okay,
do?
so
You guys see all that? You guys see that image?
Marina, you said you had a plan.
I take it you've stepped into the ship. I'm not getting out of cockpit, so.
I've
Probably
stepped in.
walked
Okay.
up to the cockpit.
Morwenna would look over and go, well, essentially the plan, my mother, who's leading a group of rebels, and Mace Windu, I guess, because, strategic mind and whatnot, are going to essentially create a decoy for us to try and slip through their fucking cannons before they can, really get anything on us, while they're mainly focusing on, the main force. And we're going to get in there and we're going to do some fucking damage.
Sounds
like a terrible plan.
like old
Let's do it.
times. Yeah. Sounds like something my master would probably do.
Okay, so that's the
I
plan.
just want to clarify, it wasn't my idea. I just think that I can pull it off.
Away we go then.
My programming identifies that as a Leroy Jenkins strategy.
He was a famous Jedi in the Clone Wars.
Master Jenkins, yes.
Well, with your piloting space, you are able to begin your flight. Begin flying over the jungle canopies of Makia. And you do indeed, actually, if some folks, whoever would like to, what is it, perception? Yeah, perception, right? That's a skill. I always forget if it's called perception or not.
Make sure I read my skills right, because I think... Yeah, I do.
You said we can do that if we want?
Yes.
Get 2 blue die for my uncanny senses.
You may roll yours.
I get 2 blue die as well, so
You may roll
um,
yours.
I'll give you advantage off of mine, but you don't need it.
Mando doesn't see it. I imagine Mando's too busy hanging out with his Magna Guard. But Owen, Morwenna, and Aldous, as you guys are flying to get behind the Imperial setups, you do see Imperial dropships are landing in specific areas. You can see troops embarking through the canopy of the trees. You can also indeed see a semi-mini skirmish with maybe 15 or so troopers already. And within the blaster bolts, you do see Makian rebels, but more importantly, you do see the flashing of a purple lightsaber.
Looks like Master Windu's gone to work already.
Doing what he does best.
Indeed. Now let's do our part.
And you are able to land behind the section of Imperial army that has already landed. You can see more landing ships coming in, but you have successfully hidden your ship in a little section behind their oncoming forces.
I will look over at Oldest and Owen and be like, so what do you say? We maybe drop off the Makians, we do our part, we get them in here, we go and maybe hit one of those ships instead when they're not expecting it, take out some of their leadership.
They could scramble if they don't have leadership. That could be good.
I think that's their best chance at fending off these ships.
I'll go let them know. And then I would turn around and walk back towards the wet cargo type area, I guess, is where they're sitting.
I don't think it's a big ship. They can all hear you. The cockpit is directly in front of where they're standing.
Okay. I'll just say, sound good to everybody?
Roger.
One of the McKeons says, "Are you not going to join us in this fight, Morwenna?"
I will be fighting in my own way. If we cut off the head of the snake, then the fight will die from the body.
Well, then I think we're all ready for whenever you let the ramp down.
Morwenna will look over at Oldus and Owen and back at that Magna Guard. You think we need it more than they do?
What do you think, Aldous?
Which ship
Could
is
really
this
help
again?
them.
This is the
Which
Inquisitor
ship are
ship.
we going?
We're in the
No.
Scythe.
Yeah, I know we're in the Scythe. Which ship?
I mean, what ship
were
we're
you going
fighting?
after?
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the drop ships? Or
I figure one of the capitals.
capital ships?
You do see several drop ships are coming down, and there are now 3 Star Destroyers in orbit. In kind
I
of
feel
like
we'll be more-
blockade position.
I think the sooner we take out those Star Destroyers, the better.
I would agree. Is this droid going to be useful for that, or is that going to be a lot of? I'm imagining a lot of sneaking around for that.
Well,
Should be
my whole
but
position
we're
on
in the
this
middle
is
of
like
them, so it
we're-
would help the troops stay alive.
we're like special. They're like normal people. They might need more of a like something there to help them than like we're gonna need it.
Well, sounds like they
If
need
the fight
it more
on the
then.
ground keeps going, then they need all the help they can get.
So be it.
Mando,
If
send your
Mando
friend
can
with
pass,
them.
Yeah.
Did I go with him?
Do you go with them?
Are
Suppose
you
it would be
able
up
to
to
order it?
Yes, it takes commands from him.
Guess I'll order him down with everyone else.
And couldn't you tell it to like protect the McKeon people and to fight off the, to help like defend the planet?
Fight off the Empire.
Like, I don't think that it would need more standing orders than that.
Who's in command once we leave anyway?
Are we picking it up?
Oh yeah, I figure we'll come back for it. We're not going to leave
survives
it.
the battle, we'll pick it up. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine the goal is to like cut the head of the snake off and then like pretty much stop this fight
Join
here and now,
to solve
and then yeah, clean up what we have to clean up, and then like come back. Like we're not gonna just dip, right? Like
You guys are
You
having this
did.
conversation, and like the one who initially addressed Morwenna, he's still in the ship, but you have noticed that he's also kind of ushered the others out. The others are out of the ship, getting ready to make a rush. He's like waiting, like what's going on? Are you sending more help with us? Are you coming with us? He has that kind of like look on his face. He himself hasn't departed the ship yet.
I walk up to the Magna Guard and like order him to protect the McKeon people and go after officers.
Specifically officers.
You give that command, you notice in his hands both electrostaffs immediately boot up and start giving off the purple electricity. And
hearing that order, I think Morwenna would look over and be like, "You might want to like officers of the Imperials, the invading force."
Yeah, specify.
I just kind of put my hand on his shoulder, kind of turn him towards the battlefield. I'm like, you see those guys in gray
And white.
and white?
That don't have tentacles.
Yeah, go for
It's
them.
like, yeah, that these kill. Okay? And he just kind of nods and runs off.
He begins stomping out of the ship as the final Makian officer also takes off, and you see the group of soldiers and the Magna Guard begin making their way through the palm tree-like jungles of Makia.
Do we see the Magna Guard hit any of the Imperials?
No, you are still ways away. You've gone to like an ambush position. They are moving through. You managed to land. This is jungle territory. They're walking through a jungle. Eventually, you do lose sight of them.
All right. Let's go invade a Star Destroyer, shall we?
We shall.
Merwin is. Hell yeah. Cranks it up a notch.
Okay.
Really should take
Mando, I feel like this will be more useful for you, and I would hand him my blaster pistol to have extra.
I would like to. Where did that go? That just went away. I was right in the thing.
Sorry, I had to look at your skill.
Yeah, I would like to use my full throttle. I take a full throttle action, make a hard triple black piloting check to increase a vehicle's top speed by 1 for a number of rounds equal to my cunning.
When it says that, I don't believe they're black dice. They are the purple dice.
Yeah, they're purple.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay. It is set.
Okay. Right. If there was any black, I get to remove some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my skills? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I don't really get to go any faster.
It's not a failure.
So
yeah, but it's not a system either.
For Morwenna, I'm going to ask for a piloting planetary. Gonk is going to be assisting with this to jettison up to. Are you going for the? Do you want to land? Do you want to make your way to the central front Star Destroyer, or one of the two that are kind of flanking it? Because there's one central Star Destroyer that you can see that is like the main what's the word?
Invading force.
Ship.
With how lowly I think of the Imperials and their leaders, Morwenna would assume that the coward in control of all of this would be as far away from it as possible. So whatever ship is like kind of like behind other things or like a little bit farther away, that's the one she's going for.
Okay, so give me a piloting space, please.
Okay.
And now I'm going to give you a blue die for this next check. I forgot to remove that black die. That's my bad, but you succeed. You are able to get up. You're passing. You see several more drop ships begin making their way down. They don't seem to, set fire to you yet, but I am going to ask for a skullduggery check. You will get a blue die because you are flying the colors of an Imperial Inquisitor ship.
Alright, hold on. I don't roll this often, so there it is. Okay, did you have the blue die set?
I guess... Yeah, skullduggery, you're trying to...
Yeah, that's fair.
Fool. Yes, the blue die is set.
Frail.
A failure. You are able to fly into space and make your way towards the ship. And you begin to get hailed by one of the Star Destroyers.
Oh.
Who wants to do the talking?
Allow me.
Alright,
Definitely one of the Jedi.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. I'm too busy piloting.
I could use my voice modulator to impersonate an Imperial officer if we want to sneak on.
Are you? Okay, I mean, I don't care. Are you good at it?
I mean, that's That's one of the Commando Droid's special
Actually-
abilities. So, I mean,
What's your deception?
Let's see.
oh yeah, deception is a thing.
1 yellow, 1 green. I think it's rank 1, and
Hold on, Morwenna.
see, I think I have a
Sheet around for a
I
second.
have a skill for it. I think. Yeah, I got
don't
Spy Infiltrator.
That's just your class. You'd have to get a skill
I
from
forgot that deception was a thing. I mean, it's still 2 green die, but if you want to re-roll that, Morwenna, from Skullduggery to deception, I'll allow it. Because I didn't realize deception was a thing.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I'm any better at deception.
No, they're the
but,
same,
mean,
but
I'll-
I will give
Always
you...
try it anyway.
I will give you a re-roll.
I mean, I could roll.
Okay.
You have- Depends on what her
That would end in the same result. You begin flying up, you get into the orbit of the planet and the Star Destroyer. You get a hail from... You actually begin getting a hail from the lead Star Destroyer.
I say the Jedi take it and try to pose as Inquisitors, since this is an Inquisitor ship.
You still have that red crystal. I could use that if we needed to,
I think
or you could use it.
you have one.
I think there was only the one crystal. Is why.
Oh, that's right. There was the one crystal. You're right. Yeah, I do have half of the Inquisitor saber that still works.
We might need that.
Well, it's right here in my inventory.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll step up and answer the hail.
Okay.
Whom am I speaking with? How dare you waste my time?
Yeah.
You, as the hail is answered, you hear a voice on
No,
the
I
other.
didn't say it.
You hear a voice on the other end saying, "We weren't expecting an Inquisitor on planet. May we ask why you depart the battle going on? Your assistance would be greatly useful to quell this meager rebellion."
You didn't expect Inquisitors, and we didn't expect to find a Force Initiate on the planet. Quite a potentially dangerous one at that. We need better containment systems that your ships can provide.
That's good.
I feel like we could almost throw force into this if we need to.
I don't want to delve into that because I don't know how it's gonna work with over a
But
distance.
yeah,
You
if they allow us to get closer and we need to.
may roll your deception. I am going to, despite the failure to get aboard, it was really more of a failure. The deception in Skullduggery was really more of a check to get aboard one of the Star Destroyers without them caring about.
That was almost like a luck roll, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like if you failed, they were going to call you.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but because
But they still think we're an Inquisitor anyway. Okay.
well, that depends on how Aldous' conversation goes.
Okay,
Right,
well,
how the deception
Because
goes, yeah.
because
I'm
your
gonna,
ship
I'm gonna
right
use
now,
that.
and because because you haven't fucked up yet, because you just started talking, being in the ship itself will also give you a blue die until conversations
nice.
go sour, if they go sour.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think you can. If that's up to Pi, but I think you can.
I think we.
You need 2 advantage to be able to do it. So no.
Stares at that piloting roll.
Yeah.
I'm just
Really?
gonna-
It says
Combine roll.
you can use 1 on the sheet that you sent us.
The advantage and threat sheet says 2.
Look under 1 advantage.
Um,
It says add blue die to the next allied check.
It does. I'm not going to allow it. I think from now on I'm gonna start, unless it's like an immediate thing, because this technically isn't an immediate thing.
We said it had to make sense anyway, and I couldn't really think of a way that Morena would be helpful. Okay, well, here goes.
Maybe the way that I'm flying is not.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ.
Anyway.
With success, you hear back. Jedi Initiate, you say? We weren't thinking they had one on this planet. We thought they were all but wiped out. If you have one, bring them aboard bring them aboard immediately. We do have the proper containment units. I'll be expecting you in the... Oh, not... He doesn't say that, you're an Inquisitor. I'll be waiting for you in the docking bay. I'd like to see this initiate for myself. And then the comms go off.
I'll make doubly sure that the comms are off, and I'll turn to the group, and I was like, all right, there's our ticket inside.
Now who's the initiate?
Stares at Morena.
Wait, what?
We need a Jedi initiate.
Damn it. I guess it makes sense. I'm not
I
human.
need armor.
You are the most logical. I will give Owen the other half of the red saber, so that he can.
You're the voiceover.
He can look intimidating. I will guide a falsely restrained Morena once we land.
As you begin getting ready for the land into the leading Star Destroyer, you begin flying towards the docking bay, the large, blue translucent blue. You see it. You see a couple more landing ships fly out and past you. You know there's a battle going on down there. Who knows what's happening? And as you go to land in, we're unfortunately going to fade to black.